Okay, so War of the Visions has decided to collab with TikToker Addison Rae, who I had never heard of before the data mine came out yesterday. Now, that's not a knock on her. She's super famous, and I live under a rock, apparently. So it's a big deal. She has a ton of followers, and those followers might wonder, if she'd post anything about War of the Visions, what it is and how they can be involved and get some stuff that has to do with her. So is this a good thing for War of the Visions, or maybe is it not a good thing? Let's talk about that. There's a lot of opinions online. I have my own opinion. I'll give my own opinion, and then I'll also talk about how maybe it's good for the game, maybe it's not, and then we'll go from there. But first, let's talk about what actually is happening, how she's going to be involved in the game, etc. Okay, so first things first, we've got a promo site. It's Addison Rae with War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius special collaboration. And if you haven't seen it yet, there's a vision card with her art on it. She's riding a chocobo with a bouquet of flowers. King Mont is leading her on the reins because he's apparently hasn't gathered enough women in his harem yet. So what's one more for old Monty, right? And we can see here's a picture of her in real life. Clearly, they've captured her likeness in a way never thought possible. So there's going to be some collaboration videos from her end, and it's kind of funny because they're not out yet. So if you want to click on this, you can go check out her stuff. But again, there's no videos yet. So there is a comment from her though, and even a little, kiss, and then her signature. What a girl. So I'm thrilled to announce that I'll be partnering with War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I've been a fan of the franchise for such a long time. That's kind of cool. And I'm honored to finally collaborate with Square Enix in an official capacity. My partnership will include vision cards and a custom in-game character that we've been developing all year. Can't wait for you to see it. So this is a big deal. It's not just a vision card, it's also a character, and that is where a lot of people would draw the line. So here's the vision card. As we said, it's actually, so just canonically, this happens in the past because there's Leona's castle. There's no, stormy skies, giant crystal, beast or anything like that. So this clearly, she's from the past, although King Mont is wearing his King Mont clothing. So this is actually incorrect in a lot of ways. They clearly didn't fact check this. It's a big problem for not a lot of people. So anyway, Addison Rae will become her very own vision card and join the battle in War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Get yours for free during the limited campaign period. It's on right now. You can get this vision card. We'll take a look at it. And then upcoming, so this winter, there'll be a second collaboration vision card. So are they saying there's one more? There's another one? That would be insane. This must be the only one. If there's another vision card coming this winter, I don't even know. And then there's going to be a unit next year. Okay. So 1 to 2 vision cards a unit and lots of login goodies. And then otherwise, there's some information here about War of the Visions. If you're so interested, you can see this promo art from way back when the game came out. And there's Mashery, like she's unconscious, like she's part of this conflict in a meaningful way. Oh, wait, no, she's not. And then there's Balo down in the bottom left looking rad. Okay, and then real quick, we have the vision card that just released, and with all these free vision cards, it's always fine for new players, and it's decent for certain experienced players, depending on what you're trying to do, namely PvE. But this is a card that will give elemental attack as the party ability and acquired AP up as the unit effect, and then if you're certain elements, fire, water, ice, and dark, you'll get 13% HP up, which is not a lot, but it's something. So this is obviously a really good PvE card because elemental attack up stacks with a specific elemental up. So if you have fire element up and then you put on this card, you can still get even more modifier boost. And the fact that it gives you acquired AP up is a very powerful PvE effect in order to try to use as many skills as you can in the limited time that you have in, say, a raid or like a trials, whatever you're trying to maximize your score or your run, then this is a very useful, very useful effect. Okay, Okay, so the lore for this, because of course there's some lore, and I talked about how it's kind of off. A popular young woman from another world who suddenly found herself in the lands of Ardra, and Montu escorts her on her unexpected journey. With wonderful dance skills and never-ending positivity, the beautiful Addison charms everyone in her path. It is rumored that even before her arrival, she had fans in Ardra who had somehow followed her exploits, but the truth of this will likely remain a mystery. I don't think it should. I think we need to get to the bottom of this in an event story ASAP, okay? If there's people with cell phones in Ardra, we need to know. This needs to be solved. Also, the fact that we have Kingmont post chapter 1 of the story, but then the background is pre-chapter 1 of the story. Something's going on here. Time travel, parallel universes. There's a lot. We need to figure it out. And now it's time for my opinion on this collab. Honestly, I don't like it. I don't know the person. It has nothing to do with War of the Visions or Final Fantasy. And honestly, I'd rather see collabs with other games or even animes before I would want to see something like this. It's annoying to me specifically that they're making an Addison Rae unit. I'm hoping that she won't be an important unit. She'll be insignificant to the meta. My fear is that she'll be a banner unit. We'll have to pull for her, and that either her kit will be really important or her TMR will be really important. My biggest fear is that she's going to be a fire unit, and then I'm going to have to pull for her. But that's just my opinion, right? It's mine. It's the way that I feel, and you don't have to agree with it. You don't have to dislike the collab just because I do. It doesn't mean that the collab shouldn't happen either, because it's just how I feel about it. So while I don't like the collaboration, I think it's fine, because guess what? The collaboration's not for me, and it's not for a lot of War of the Visions players. It's for prospective players. It's for publicity, and that's kind of exciting to think about, that the developers are trying to bring new people to the game. I would question whether the people this collab brings in are going to stick with War of the Visions. I mean, it's already a tough sell to get experienced gacha players to play War of the Visions. And don't get me wrong, I love War of the Visions. It's my favorite gacha game, and I think it is an awesome game. It's super fun, but I'm not blind to its shortcomings. This game is a very, very intensive game. It's your main game. It can't be a side game. You have to put a lot of time into it, especially if you're starting out. You have to put a lot of time and or a lot of money into it to catch up and to feel relevant. So to bring in a new player that has to start learning the concepts of gacha games that maybe they've just played regular, old video games, or maybe they're not playing any games and they just really are a huge fan of Addison and they want to check this out, it's going to be kind of tough for them to stick with War of the Visions. Now, if you didn't know, I also play Epic 7, and right now Epic 7 is doing a collab with a Korean pop band, and it's interesting because some of their biggest content creators are being sponsored directly by Epic 7 to create all of these wonderful beginner guides. And I've been actually watching all of them as a pretty new player in Epic 7 myself, and they're really, really high quality, informative beginner guides for the game. So it's kind of interesting. If we're going to be bringing in all of these new players, maybe I should make some beginner guides to cater to them, to see if I can help some people out with their journey in War of the Visions. I know that the official channel's also been doing the same thing, and that Diggs and Orange and JB have some good beginner guides as well for people to check out. But it's also going to be time for us as a community to be helpful on Reddit, to be helpful on Discord, and wherever else we run into these new players, if any new players are coming in. So I think it's fine to feel however you feel about this collab. You can hate it, you can love it, maybe you're indifferent, whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as you're not going after anybody personally, it's important to express how you feel, because then you have a chance to be heard and to work through how you feel about something, and then change your opinion or keep the same opinion, but just be okay that you've said your piece. So don't listen to people telling you that you shouldn't feel the way that you should. It's your right to feel the way that you do, okay? If you hate this collab, you get to hate this collab. But again, the caveat is that you're being respectful of other people. And if you lose that part of it, then I have no sympathy for you and you can get lost. But otherwise, there's people that are trying to, on Reddit, trying to dictate how you should feel one way or another, and you shouldn't complain, and if it's not for you, then don't comment on it. That's not how it works. You get to comment and you get to feel the way that you do, and I'm here to tell you that. So I don't like this collab. You might not like this collab. It's still gonna happen, and we'll get free stuff, and we're gonna get a unit, I guess, and whatever it is, and maybe we can get some new players into our guilds, and we can welcome them, and they'll become awesome War of the Visions compatriots, and that would be a wonderful thing. But at the end of the day, that's all this is, right? This is a media thing. It's a publicity thing. It's recruitment for the game, and we do need to recruit to this game. We do. Okay, so that's it. That's my thoughts on the collab. I'm kind of curious how you all feel. You can let me know in the comments down below. And otherwise, I will see you all in game sporting my Addison Rae Vision card. Woohoo!